And staying on the topic of artificial intelligence, India is now making a big push to build its own AI systems. A startup has just unveiled new homegrown AI tools. The company is called Sarvam AI. This company has developed two new platforms. And the goal is to build AI in India for Indian needs. You see, for years, India has relied heavily on global artificial intelligence platforms, tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. But many of these systems are not built for India's linguistic diversity. Sarvam says its models can help bridge that gap. And it comes at a time when the government is investing heavily in developing India's AI capabilities. So what exactly has Sarvam built, and how does it compare with other platforms? Here's a report.
India is stepping into the global artificial intelligence race with a bold new goal. It no longer wants to just use AI. It wants to build its own models at home. Why? Because most global AI systems were not designed specifically for India's needs. They often struggle with the country's linguistic diversity and complex paper records. A Bengaluru-based startup called Sarvam AI is trying to change that. The company has just launched two tools aimed at filling that gap. One focuses on reading complex documents, the other generates natural speech in Indian languages. Together, they form part of what India calls a sovereign AI effort. The idea is simple: build artificial intelligence in India for Indian needs and stop relying on foreign systems.
The advantages of setting up sovereign AI cannot be overstated. Today, we face a digital asymmetry. We are exporting data and importing tokens. When our data flows outward, it trains foreign models and the learning loops compound elsewhere, leaving us with tokens but no leverage.
So what has Sarvam actually built? Let's take a closer look. Its first tool is called Sarvam Vision. It focuses on something known as OCR, or optical character recognition. In simple terms, it helps computers read, not just typed text, but scanned pages, photos, forms, and messy documents. That may sound basic, but in a country where government files still sit on paper, that's critical. On one OCR benchmark, it scored 84.3% accuracy. That's higher than Google's Gemini on that specific test. These tests focus on practical tasks. They are not tests of general intelligence. Rather, they measure document understanding. And in that narrow but important space, Sarvam says it can compete with larger global models like Gemini and OpenAI's ChatGPT. Not across everything, but in this specific job, it holds its own. Sarvam AI's second tool is called Bulbul. It gives artificial intelligence a voice. Bulbul is a text-to-speech model. It turns written text into natural spoken audio. Right now, it supports more than 35 voices across 11 Indian languages. But the company plans to expand that to 22 languages. That matters in everyday life. From customer service calls to government helplines, if AI can speak in local languages, more people can use it. Put this together, and these tools reflect a broader shift. India is trying to build its own AI stack, and Sarvam is not alone in it. Companies like Hugging Face India Labs, Niramai, and Sigthupal are also developing AI tools across tech, healthcare, and finance. The government has put tens of thousands of crore rupees behind this push. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav says India's sovereign AI strategy is beginning to deliver results.
Even the most critical reviewers are praising the technologically advanced model released by Sarvam as a part of our AI mission.
But let's be clear, these aren't replacements for ChatGPT or Google's models. They're just filling gaps those systems are unable to fulfill. For a country with dozens of languages and vast paper archives, that's what matters. The global AI race is still dominated by the big players. But India has made it clear it is no longer only a consumer of artificial intelligence, it is beginning to carve out its own path.